Jazakallah. We have a negative comment from brother Sabir Bhatt, non-Muslim. He says, this on the website, "Hello Barkha, religions are all antiquated. Why did you have to bring in a nutcase like Zakir Naik on the show? Surah number so-and-so. Give me a break, this guy cannot think on his own. He should have sent his gramophone record instead. Isn't it time for human beings to move on and on, away from history and religions? You can learn from them, but why to? See, more make them a cornerstone for your present day thought. We have covered a lot of ground in the last 5,000 years or 1400 years. Why are these clowns dragging us back in time? I was even surprised that Shahrukh wants to call himself a Muslim. Sorry, makes me laugh. What is he looking for now? Possibly a vote bank? Why can't we just be humans?"
As far as comments that why are we going back in time and why should we call ourselves Muslims, why can't we just be humans? But naturally, as I mentioned earlier, that to be a good Muslim, you have to be a good human first. It's like someone telling me, fine, why not pass standard 10? I'm talking about post-graduation. So passing standard 10 is like becoming a good human being. Being a postgraduate is like becoming a good Muslim. So the person only is sufficient by passing standard 10, that's his choice. I want to be a postgraduate. So to be a postgraduate, besides being a good human being, I should be a good Muslim. I should submit my will to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to our Creator. And if I follow His advice, that will make me successful in this world as well as hereafter.
May we have some questions on general, from our brothers here, not necessarily on the talk show. I know it is topical, it is recent, it is relevant, what we had on NDTV. Any other specific question you'd have on TV talk shows, we'd appreciate that from any of our brothers. Yes, brother.
Brother, I've always heard you saying that Muslims should know how to reply in media. And we all know that the Muslim celebrities and sportsmen, they are often on media. So what would you suggest to these Muslims to how to be interact? Because they feel like Inshallah and Mashallah is only Islam. While talking to media, they say Inshallah, Mashallah, and they feel very proud of it. So what would be your suggestion to such Muslims who are often in media?
Those Muslims who are sportsmen and who are celebrities, they are in the media, I feel that they should take this opportunity. And I feel they should be able to convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, how it is done, it should be done subtly. Because if he's the sportsman, if he's the celebrity, maybe he'll be having many non-Muslims as followers. So this is a good opportunity where he can convey the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like he should get in his life the teachings of Islam. And if the person is a practicing Muslim, he will surely do it. Unfortunately, it's a pity that most of the Muslim celebrities, whether they're sportsmen or whether they're in the film industry, unfortunately, they're far away from practicing Islam. So that gives a very negative picture of Islam. So if they come closer to the Quran and closer to practicing Islam, inshallah, immediately they will feel that they will be good ambassadors of Islam.
We have two quick comments from the website. Javed Sheikh says, "Look guys, I won't blame Shahrukh because he didn't speak anything on the Quran and Sunnah. He admitted the fact that he is not a practicing Muslim and more work is needed to be done on his part. And he honestly said the fact that we Muslims need specialists, that's people like Zakir Naik. So he respected the ulamas and scholars, just that he's having his personal jihad to be a better Muslim. He didn't offend us like the stupid Kabir Khan or Soha Ali Khan. He was keeping quiet for a reason." We have another comment regarding the talk show from Ahmad Abdullah. Says at the rate of Smart TS, "Well, if you go through details and a little bit of research, then you will come to know that 9/11 was well-manipulated massacre planned by American politics. More than 200 engineers and architects from America only have proved that, and Fahrenheit 9/11 exposes the truth through film industry media. And for more, you can go to www.911myths.com. Don't get driven by what big banners show you, because what they have is a proper platform, but what you have is a brain to use." We have Zainab Ahmad asking, "The worst part was when Dr. Zakir was given a chance to speak. They just barged on him, and that was after they had their say. I feel the topic on Bin Laden shouldn't have risen. They would have done it on purpose. I would request Dr. Zakir to comment on this.
As I said earlier, that Barkha Dutt had done homework, and she knew my views, not that she was not expecting that answer. She knew that answer, very well she knew the answer, but she also knew that she could cut me down and she would not give an opportunity for me to explain. So she has done her homework well, and I knew what was coming.
We have some comments from other brothers. Shahbaz Siddiqui says, my point is that they called him just to raise their TRPs of their show. We the people, how many people agreeing to it? Commenting on Dr. Zakir. We have Bint Abdullah saying, after all, what they did with Dr. Zakir, mashallah, he was calm and smiling. May Allah bless and reward him for his patience. Shahbaz Siddiqui says, he was not even given a chance and he was stopped every time when he came to the topic. They gave a chance to people who can run their media. Shame on our Indian media who is next to the terrorists. We would like to ask on this particular note, we've had so many comments which are people who are so perturbed, disturbed by this kind of attitude of the media, which does not let us have a clear picture about stereotyping of Muslims. And it just remains an inconclusive talk show for many who saw the program. I would like Dr. Zakir to give a more in-depth understanding of what can we do about such a situation in the modern world we live in.
Are you talking about the talk show or about the topic of the talk show?
About the talk show and how they come to conclusions which are not wholesome as such.
As far as the talk show is concerned, as I said, that most of the talk show, they have an agenda. And most of them, they're able to meet the agenda. So a viewer, therefore, doesn't know what the real views of the panelists are. Or they get a person on the panel which toes the same line. So therefore, I feel that most of the talk shows, they don't speak the truth. Therefore, I'm not too much in favor of talk shows. And this show that we are having here is made to expose what is behind the talk show. So therefore, next time when a person sees the talk show, you should keep in mind that are these people speaking the truth? Or is the moderator allowing the truth to be spoken? Or is the producer not editing it? So these things will surely, next time, all those who have heard this program would give a second thought before making the conclusion after seeing a talk show.
Many of the brothers outside and some here have raised the issue that don't we feel in India, many of these talk shows, especially in the kind of societies we live in the modern world, they tend to be more inclusive than exclusive. You have to be more subtle than upright for what you say. That's what they sometimes tend to look at. How would we as Muslims tend to handle this kind of situation that we face in these talk shows?
I feel you should call a spade a spade. There's nothing of being subtle. Yes, you should speak with hikmah. As the Quran says in Surah Nahl, chapter 16, verse 125, Udu ila sabri rabbika bil hikmah wal maghzit al hasna wa jadil millati ahsan. That invite all to the way of their Lord with wisdom and preaching and argue with them and reason with them in the ways that are best and gracious. We as Muslims should use hikmah while answering to the media as well as while being on the talk show.